Guys, I'm finally back. My voice is much better. Crazy days that we had in the last couple of days. Yesterday, finally, the Bitcoin strategic reserve was signed into law, and today is huge volatility ahead for the crypto market, not only for Bitcoin. I will show you exactly what I'm going to do here over the next 24 hours, even though I will be traveling partially off it. So if you don't want to miss out on that, you know the drill. Let's go, guys. So as you can hear, my voice is not 100% back, not 100%, but to the, let me put it this way, the best possible way to actually come back and make content. For that, it's good enough. So because trust me guys, I was going crazy, wanted to put out videos, could not make videos because my voice didn't let me. Still eating here fisherman's, you know, to get through the day, but at least I'm back making content, guys. And don't forget, guys, smash up the like button. If I skip a couple of days on YouTube, it's insanely horrible with the algorithm. I get immediately punished. Smash up the like button and more people see the video, guys, because only that way I can get back on track where I was before, you know. So like I said, you skip one day on YouTube not putting out content. If you do it every day, they punish you immediately. It's insane. Like, I'm a fucking robot and cannot get sick, you know. So, but let's get directly into the content here, because I'm afraid at some point I lose my voice again. So I want to get through that as fast as we can do that. So here the DXY, as you can see, since we announced the strategic reserve here, we got another nice continuation move to the downside. What did I tell you guys the last time? That I was expecting a move down here into that support area. We are almost there. We're almost there. And once we are reaching that point, there we maybe get a small bounce, a small one, before we get continuation in direction of under 100 points. So why are we going now so fast to the downside? Because the banks in the US soon have no other choice than to start with quantitative easing again. That means they're gonna print money, because all around the world, most of the banks have already started. The last one was China, which is huge. And that is one other reason why the DXY went so crazy down here. So, and the USA is right now really the last man standing that has not announced yet quantitative easing. But it's coming, guys, it's coming. So once it's coming, you're gonna see here a nice continuation crash to the downside and more upside in the crypto market. Also with the M2 money supply increasing and whatnot, and that is all playing a huge factor. So I also brought you a new deal. While I was away, I was still working on certain things because Bitcoin is so cheap, guys. And I partnered up with Maxi. You can get here up to $8,000 bonuses on Maxi. Just for signing up, you get a $20 USDT voucher that you can directly trade with. And here you see, if you download the app, you get another $5. If you deposit here $500, you get another $10. So you get here $35 basically absolutely for free. You don't need to use the $500 that you deposit for trading. You can withdraw them immediately again. Just use the $35. Trust me, guys, even with $35, you can make good money. You can easily get to 100, from 100 to 500, 500 to 1,000, and so on and so on, and snowball that. So take advantage. When I get offers like that for you, that you take advantage of that. There is a link in the description for that to sign up on Maxi, and yeah, make use of that. Now, when we're going into Bitcoin here on the 4-hourly chart, let me explain you what's happening here right now, because I know a lot of you guys were more or less every time panicking when we were starting to round trip from that big resistance here from $91,200 approximately. But sorry guys, if you zoom out, what I did here a little bit on 4-hourly chart, what you see is that we had here our lower low, and since then we only printed higher lows. And that one local higher high that we have here is right now the biggest resistance for us on the way for continuation. So this is the one that we need to break to see Bitcoin here rally in direction of $100,000. I can tell you, once we are doing that, Bitcoin will not come back under $100,000, most likely for the rest of the bull run. So because we have now spent so much time below $100,000. So if I go all the way over here, so we have to count basically this also into it. So basically since here, so it's, let's actually count from here. Yeah, so over a month now. Over a month, we were technically below $100,000. That is enough consolidation, reaccumulation, whatever you want to call it, to get continuation and not look back for the rest of the bull run. I have seen many other bull runs before when something like this here happened, and this is no different. It just feels different, you know, for some people, but it isn't. It's absolutely normal to get something like this in a bull run. So, and every single time when something like this is happening, and once we are breaking that key resistance area, we are not coming back to it, you know, we're not coming back to it. And once the $100,000 level is cracked, once again, we are not looking back, you know, so it will act, maybe we come back to like exactly $200,000 to test this one more time as support, but then it's still continuation to the upside. So at the same time, on the daily chart, we are facing here this local resistance. Let me actually put here a proper line in. So that's currently sitting at $90,473. Once we are getting above that, so that will be for me the first early sign that we are on the right track to get here back to $100,000. So now, when I look at the indicators, I'm not really happy the way that they're looking, you know, so because look at the stochastic RSI, that looks like we're rolling over and coming here back down to the 200 moving average. The RSI, I can live with how the RSI is looking, that can easily turn around, and only the MACD is currently bullish. So what I also want to look here quick, so what's with the volume? Yeah, volume also declining while price is rising. So there is also definitely a bigger move coming. So of course everybody knows the bigger move will be tonight once the crypto summit is happening. Maybe during the summit we're gonna get news like in a ticker fashion, who knows, or they're gonna announce a lot of stuff just after the summit. So that's just something that we don't know right now, how they're gonna handle that. But at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they have the crypto summit. And depending on what they're discussing, a lot of people are anticipating that the market will react accordingly. And that will, of course, then lead to massive volatility in the market. So that could actually lead to Bitcoin moving in the direction of $95,000 and reclaiming the $90,000 area here, and then consolidate here before we get continuation to higher levels. But depending on, like I said, what is coming out, it can also lead to a move back to the 200 moving average, and then we turn around and then we go up. So that's why you have to be a little bit careful today when you are trading. If you don't know how to properly trade in these kind of situations, I would highly suggest you just do nothing for the next 24 hours. Just stay away from the markets. Unless you want to buy spot, then you can of course trade, but don't try what these insiders did, you know, and go like 50x with like all your capital, you know. So and try to make back, you know. So I would not do that, you know, rather stay away. So here the next big thing that you can watch here before we get continuation to the upside on the daily chart is here this downward sloping trend line. Once that trend line is broken on the daily chart, that will be also confirmation sign that you can get back into the market also with leverage. If you have caught somewhere down here a trade, or even down here, you know, you're fine. You know, you don't need to worry about your trade. But anything closer up here, you know, so I would be careful, guys. I would be careful with what's happening tonight. Rather have some stop losses on these trades, you know, or you have enough money to add to the trade to avoid liquidation if we actually come down here to like $84,000 or something, where 200 moving average is currently sitting. Now, on the MDX algo scalp gradients, we see that price action is currently heating up once again. How you? Oh wait. Yeah, you're right. Let me fix that. Sorry guys. Sorry, I just saw it in the chat. Why is that not working? No, still not. Ah, there we go. There we go, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's sometimes going on with my OBS, you know. I really did not see it. So, but now we got it. Now we got it. Yes. So, let me do this again on this chart. We continue from here. I'm really sorry, guys. You know, so I try to pay more attention to the chat in the future. Yeah. So, so yeah, with the MDX scalp gradient, so we see a price action warming up again after we had here short-lived cooldown phase. So, but here you see also imminent resistance is around the golden ratio here, the $90,000 and $91,000 level. And also here this downward sloping trend line is also acting as resistance. At the same time, you can still argue that this is here a big W pattern that's playing out. So, but for this, you know, we need to break the neckline at around $93,700. You know, so once we are breaking this level, then we have a technical target here of $108,600 approximately to the upside. So, but it is still a long way there, you know. So unless we get a crazy announcement from the strategic Bitcoin, from the crypto summit tonight, that they decide something that will push the markets to the upside, we have to wait for that. So, but just from a technical perspective here, also with the reactor indicator, it looks like that we should get continuation unless there is, again, like I said, a news event happening that is throwing us a stick between the legs. Now, when we look here at buy DeFi, here my Bitcoin trade is doing well, you know, so I have a really low liquidation price. I'm gonna keep that trade. Remember, guys, I told you I'm gonna 10x that account. If you want to follow me on that journey, you can still use the link in the description below and trade with me on buy DeFi. I let this trade play out. Actually, where do I not have? Oh no, I have here my sell order. Yeah, I just wanted to say. So when this trade closes, I make, I think, $20,000. So I 3x the account then at the time already, because I will be sitting at $30,000, and I need then only another 3x to get $100,000. So you're gonna see this can go here really, really quickly. So you want to make sure, if you want to 10x your account, that you're trading with me together on these platforms. So that's why I'm telling you there is a link in the description below if you want to do that, and of course you get also some bonuses for using buy DeFi, guys. Now on the liquidation levels, the big liquidity, the majority of the liquidity is still sitting here all the way from $94,900 to $105,400. So here's the big cluster that is untouched. But again, guys, I want to warn you, because of the potential of that news event happening tonight, that we could come down here, take out the over leveraged liquidity here from these longs, even though it's not a lot. That's why I really don't believe that we are going to see that. But it is a possibility that can actually happen, and then go here back to the upside. So the other thing is the 50 moving average is coming in here, has held as support, which is good. And if we keep here that trajectory, then in the next 10 days, we would actually get a golden cross. And a golden cross is here close to the big liquidity that is sitting here. And that usually means that price will be trading around or just above $100,000 at that moment in time when we are getting that golden cross here on the 4-hourly chart. So here on the liquidation levels, also I've just refreshed that before I started the stream. See here the big concentrated liquidity is at the same place where liquidation levels are here from 95 all the way up to $100,000. There's the majority sitting currently. You see here in between where the price is right now, there's not a lot. So we either need to push here to $91,200 to get some price action and some volatility in the market, or we need to go back here to like $87,300 approximately. You know, so in both directions. So where's Bitcoin currently? Yeah, it's a $2,000 move in either direction to get here some volatility in the market. But trust me, guys, tonight we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, and when I will be most likely already asleep, but tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna see what actually happened. Now, when it comes to altcoins, the the Bitcoin dominance is still technically outside that rising wedge here. because Bitcoin had here some crazy moves over the last couple of days, we saw here a spike back into it, but now we are breaking down from it again. Also here that resistance area, that red zone is still resistance, nothing has changed here, but for now the Bitcoin dominance is trapped in this trading range here that you can see it between these dashed lines. So what we need is a really powerful move here to the downside to break below 60%. Once we are doing that, then we have confirmation that that rising wedge pattern is playing out. So and the target of the rising wedge pattern is all the way down here at 54.7%. So now you can imagine if we get a move like that to the downside, that will have a massive effect on altcoins. Like a 7% move in dominance will definitely help us a lot to get here juicy gains in altcoins. And just before I forget it, guys, I've also put money already here in my Pionex account. Remember I told you the other day that I partnered with Pionex, and I'm going to show you how to use these grid bots here, where you can basically buy and sell through grid without. So I'm going to use my own one. Look at this. No, it's $10,000. So now show it to me. Why is it not showing here? Yeah, other time. So there we go. So you see here, I'm gonna set up my own grid bot, guys. If you wanna trade with my grid bot, you use the link in the description below for Pionex, and I'm gonna make a detailed video when I set the bot up, so you can follow that easy step by step and just either set up your own bot or you follow my bot. But I recommend you that you set up your own bot because your capital is different than mine, you know. So I will use in the beginning like $20,000 or something like that, and see how it goes, you know. So then keep adding to it over time, you know. I will not blow the full 50K directly into it. But this is a good way to actually increase your Bitcoin or your dollars, whatever you want to do, without leverage, and doing it in a really healthy fashion where you can basically not really lose, you know, if you do it the right way. So, and that's why I like it so much here to trade on Pionex. Actually, I have later also a call with them again. So now when we're going into the total free market cap, also here I have lined out a new path that I believe that we are going. So this here I need to draw this a little bit lower. So I still believe here in the short term, over the next coming days, we're going to see a move back over $900 billion. But we need to break $926 billion for continuation to the upside and to get here a new all-time high. Because for now, we have here a higher high, a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So we need to break here that strike. Now let me draw a proper line here. So we need to break here above that dashed line. No? It's okay. Yeah. We need to break above this here, the downward sloping trend line, to get continuation to the upside. So when you see that happening, then you know, okay, now we are ready to go much higher in the total free market cap, which will lead again to an increase in value for altcoins. So here Ethereum looking a little bit similar to Bitcoin. Also here there is a stiff downward sloping trend line here that you can watch. Once that trend line is broken, Ethereum will most likely go back to $2,400, $2,500. You see here that red area is right now big resistance. We got multiple times rejected from here. So this is also the imminent target to the upside. If you want to trade Ethereum, I would trade it once you're breaking here above $2,222 and then take profit here on a short-term trade at $2,500. So that is like a 12%, 13% move to the upside. So if you put like, I don't know, 10, 20x leverage on that, you can definitely make some good money on that. But I would definitely not use more than like 20x leverage on Ethereum, just that you know, guys. So that would be the imminent next trade setup. So because I don't believe that when the next time we are coming up here, again, unless something crazy happens in the news that propels us way higher, that we are coming up here and going straight into the point of control on the VPVR at around $2,700. We'll most likely be coming up here, come back down, consolidate a little bit around that range, then get a nice move to the upside. For Solana, also here, looks also pretty similar. The only difference is that we are about to break this downward sloping trend line here currently. On the 4-hourly chart, the stochastic is already at the bottom, RSI going sideways, MACD Also losing momentum on the sell side, so also here ready to turn around. So again, depending on what happens tonight, you could get a nice spike into the upside. Do I believe that we are staying above $160? Yeah, potentially. If we get above that, we could stay above that and turn this into support. If not, then we need to get, yeah, so actually we need to get first here above $152, $153. So once we have established support above that, I would be more confident that we stay above 160 when we are getting there. So also here, good short-term trade right now around the $145 level if you want to get in there. Put your stop loss at like $140. That's like a 3% stop loss. And in terms of gains, you know, so this is like an 11% move to the upside. So it's 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio is definitely worth taking a trade. So when you look here at this, just actually can see it. I start to lose my voice again, I can hear it. So you see, it's definitely worth taking a trade here. It's a short-term trade, you know, so I would not do anything else than a short-term trade right now, unless you use like 2x, 3x leverage on your trades, just because of the nature of the event tonight that we are expecting. And yeah, that's it already for today, guys. I wanna try not to speak too much, you know, so because of my voice. And to make sure that I can sustain to make videos even during the weekend while I'm gone. And it's funny, it's the first time that I'm going to meet my editor in person from Dubai. We have a lot of friends in common. We worked for 4 years together, but I never met him in person. But this weekend he is coming because he's filming for me something special here in Thailand. So I'm really stoked to sit actually next to him while he's editing stuff. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, so and let's hope that I not lose my voice in the process. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for being here today. It means a lot to me. Don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Don't get washed out, and I see you again tomorrow.